You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your early edition spoilers for the week of August 4th through the 8th. We're going to have Steve digging up some good dirt and Belle being very angry about a couple of things. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not following us, please reach down and click that subscribe button. As we always do on early edition day, we start with what is coming the rest of this week and then dive into the good stuff happening next week. With that in mind, on Wednesday, July 30th, we've got Sarah confronting Sophia. She knows that Brady and Tate were lied to about the sex of the baby because Rachel was talking about it being a little girl and she had bought the bunny, but Sarah knows it was a little boy in Sophia's belly. And Sarah may try and harass some info out of Sophia, but honestly, even if the teenager admits what she did to Sarah, the doctor cannot tell Brady or Tate because of patient-doctor confidentiality. She could lose her medical license over that. However, you know, that doesn't mean she won't, but she shouldn't. Speaking of Sophia's baby, poor Tate. He is so depressed about missing the birth and not getting to meet his baby when it was born. Hopefully Holly's going to be there to support him. Johnny and Chanel are really trying to stay optimistic about their future, even though Johnny feels like the trial is not going well. I actually think that EJ's tactic of letting the jury know that every witness and most of Salem had access to a gun and wanted him dead, that's enough to show reasonable doubt, especially since Roman had access to the murder weapon and really hates him. Grandma Susan, though, is on the case and her powers are amped up. EJ's mom is now talking to the dead. So it's beyond just the flashes of stuff. So I'm very interested to see if Susan is going to hear Stefano's ghost. I mean, I think it could be Susan that actually figures out who is EJ's real shooter. Because if you remember, when Marlena hypnotized him, he saw the shooter, but he couldn't see their face. And the reason I think he can't see their face is because of some hocus pocus. And we're going to talk about that in a special video tomorrow. So Susan warns EJ about something that is very bad. I mean, all this is very bad. So that is an accurate psychic flash. On Thursday, July 31st, we've got Chad and EJ talking about Susan's newly expanded psychic abilities. Now that she has got some medium abilities, I wonder if she can talk to just anybody on the other side, or does Susan have to wait to hear from the dead? Does she hear from the dead at random? I'm very interested to see if she's going to be conversing with Stefano's painting that's channeling his spirit. All the kids in the family talk to Stefano's portrait, but Susan might have a real back and forth conversation. We'll see. Sarah and Xander try to work on developing some skills to do polite co-parenting. Sarah updates her mama Maggie on the official legal separation of her marriage, and I wonder what sage advice that she will give Sarah. I saw one of the bigger soap sites was addressing this big rumor that Maggie's leaving. I haven't seen that rumor anywhere. Okay, I don't know if that was just like something, something in passing because it was a slow news day. I guess we'll see. But if you were worried, she's not leaving. Kayla offers Steve some advice. And of course, Steve took Gabby's case to dig into Xander and Philip Kiriakis as part of her scheming with Tony to get DiMera back. And I wonder if Steve's going to follow some leads that maybe follow along towards Philip's ex, Chloe, who is with her pregnant sister, Joy, who is carrying Alex's baby, who of course is dating Sweetness Jr., aka Stephanie. And speaking of Steve's daughter, Stephanie freaks out. It could be about the ex she was telling Jada about this week, or she may find out that Philip knows that she wrote the dirty book. Alex is comforting her. On Friday, August 1st, Grandma Marlena questions Rachel. Now, it could be about her going on the stand at the trial, or maybe Marlena picks her granddaughter Rachel's brain about the Arabian Nights book and why she's so into it. That book, if you remember, was a tool that Stefano used to do some mind control in the past. Sparks may fly between Kat and Chad when they are stuck together unexpectedly, and I wonder if Chad will question her about the text she's getting from Rafe's alias, because maybe Chad wonders if she's dating, if there's a new guy in her life, wonder if he'll be jealous. Brady and Sarah continue bonding. They're getting closer, but as it goes on, Brady is going to be way more into Sarah than she is into him. She's looking for a friend and support in this emotional time, but Brady is catching real feelings, and that kicks off soon. EJ may have some sneaky plans for University Hospital, maybe about their research labs and Dr. Rolfe. I just hope he's going to turn up the air conditioning and not leave everybody sweating. Can you imagine coming into a hot hospital? That sounds like a great place to pick up an infection and for the hospital to get sued. Rafe and Kat are busy still investigating EJ's money trail, and Xander, newly separated from Sarah, they have official documents separating them, not divorce papers though. He has dinner with Gwen at the bistro, and as they walk out, they see Brady and Sarah embracing, and they are stunned. After that, I'm curious to see if Xander gets closer to Gwen, who definitely wants him back in bed. The week of August 4th through the 8th. Remember, Sammy Brady is back soon for Johnny, also for Marlena, and likely to say some harsh things to Belle and EJ. So I'm wondering if she's going to be back in Salem next week or the week after. Sammy may be livid that Belle is prosecuting Johnny and that Belle and EJ are still together. I think it'd be kind of funny if Hurricane Sammy notified the judge that the DA and the defense attorney are banging. Marlena continues to have strange Queen of the Night dreams, but with Stefano dead, is he reaching out from beyond the grave, or is there an all-new version of EJ's wicked dad lurking around? Marlena's declining health and stressful dreams have her family very worried. Kayla may actually figure out that Marlena is being manipulated again by the Phoenix. She knows how the whole mind control things work. Plus, we had Steve and that Stefano thing where Stefano's memories were in his head, the robotic eye, all that craziness. So Kayla knows exactly how wild things can get. Speaking of, she is worried about what Steve found out that may hurt Stephanie. Brady has concerns about both Tate and Rachel, but he is going to get some distraction by amping up his efforts to romance Sarah Horton. Melinda is there to advise Sophia after Sarah grills her, and I wonder if Melinda may warn Sarah that she'd better zip it or else. Stephanie can't shake her anxiety, but it's not just about the book. It's about this mysterious ex. And EJ is increasingly desperate to recover his memories. Maybe Susan can dig into his head and get a good read.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.